Hello and welcome everybody. In this video, we are going to discuss two sorcerers, that is, Doctor Strange and Agatha Harkness. Although technically Agatha is a witch, and even though both rely on magic, there is a fine distinction between a sorcerer and a witch, and we'll get to that in a minute. So in this video, we'll compare Agatha's powers against that of Doctor Strange, and see who has better magical abilities and combat skills, and who would win in a one-on-one fight. But before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so that you will never miss an upcoming update. With that out of the way, let's get started with the video. Let's start with Agatha Harkness, as she is the newest MCU character. In the WandaVision finale, we finally see Agatha in her witch form, wielding some powerful magical spells. And at one point, it seemed as if a Scarlet Witch might not stand a chance against the mighty witch. We see Agatha tank an attack from several witches and also absorb all of their powers. So it is safe to say that Agatha Harkness is the most powerful witch we have seen in the MCU. And she is also one of the most powerful ones, if not the most powerful, in Marvel Comics. Of course, she is nowhere close to the power scale of a Scarlet Witch, whose powers exceed that of the Sorcerer Supreme himself. And Sorcerer Supreme is supposed to be the most powerful sorcerer in the universe.
Your power exceeds that of the Sorcerer Supreme. It's your destiny to destroy the world.
But talking about Agatha, she derives her powers from manipulation of forces of magic, and she uses magic for things like teleportation, energy projection, and tapping of extra-dimensional energy, and she can also affect other people's thoughts and create some grand illusions. Her only weakness seems to be her reduced ability in physical combat. But what makes Agatha truly dangerous is her vast knowledge of magic, as she has hundreds of years of experience studying and practicing magic. And she seems to know Darkhold from cover to cover, which is one of the most dangerous magical books containing some of the darkest and dangerous magical spells in the universe. So now the question is that enough to take on the Sorcerer Supreme himself? Doctor Strange's ability seems to far surpass that of Agatha Harkness. For example, consider the thing that Doctor Strange can do, which includes almost all that Agatha Harkness can do, plus things like channeling the powers of gods, as we saw in Avengers Infinity War when Strange uses the Crimson Bands of Cyttorak. I have already done a separate video on Doctor Strange's powers, the link to that will be in the upper right corner. But what gives Doctor Strange an edge is his brilliant strategies. Doctor Strange has a knack for finding a solution in any given circumstance, no matter how impossible that sounds, and how much patience it demands. Be it dying a million times or turning to dust, knowing that a rat is going to bring you back some 5 years later. So if you think about it, Doctor Strange is like Batman. The only difference is Doctor Strange is one of the most powerful heroes ever, whereas all that Batman relies on is his intelligence. But since Doctor Strange fights villains who are even more powerful than him, he often has to come up with clever solutions, and the first Doctor Strange movie gave us many such examples. On top of that, as we discussed in the video how powerful is Agatha Harkness, that she was actually killed by Wanda in the comics, and a Scarlet Witch might have done the same in the MCU if she wanted. And in our Scarlet Witch vs Doctor Strange video, I said Doctor Strange will win if he survives the first few minutes of Wanda's attack, and the same is true now. So thus by transitivity, Doctor Strange should have no trouble defeating Agatha Harkness, unless Agatha somehow tricks him into being in a place guarded by runes, where only she could cast magic, like we saw in WandaVision. And with that, we'll bring this video to an end. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.